Y'all already know what time it is. The message Spirit has for y'all today is incredible. There's a word that is coming through to me unendingly since I've been focusing on this energy, and the word is attunement. It's calibration. It's the ability to fine tune your energy and yourself to a specific frequency that you want to exist in. And there's an expertise in the way that you move, because this is why you hear tarot readers, spiritual people, religious people telling you to know thyself. Everybody thinks that they know themselves, but you need to break down your unconscious motivations to really truly understand why you do the things that you do. And you've done this. You have taken the time to delve into the psychology of it all first so that you can understand the base level. But when you started applying the spiritual lens to that, it opens up this like world. It opens up like the master settings for your mind. And I feel like you've gotten to the point where you're taking a seat in your little control room up there and you're turning knobs, you're pressing buttons, and shit's happening. Shit is happening. Like, I mean, when I tell you that co-creator, taking the helm of your life, and everybody is like, what the hell did you do? How did you break into that control room? And it's because you spent time, firstly, the gatekeeper to the subconscious, the shadow. That's why that shadow work, that integration, gives you the protective skin, almost gives you not a shield, but more like dealing with the shadow in and of itself gives you a deeper level understanding of yourself too. So then after that, you can just walk in to that control room because you unlock the door with the key that you earned through introspection. So let's get into this. Let's get into this. Yeah, hell yeah. We got the High Priestess. Need I say more? The High Priestess is the gateway to the higher mysteries. It's the gateway to the astral realm. It's also the gateway of manifestation. All things have to enter through the sphere of the moon before they reach the earth. And in the mind, your best ideas are gonna come from your subconscious motivations guarded by your shadow. The High Priestess, in this case, in this specific reading, can be almost be looked at as the ascended version of your shadow that's gone from like a malicious gatekeeper, right? Because it's acting out of jealousy, or not jealousy, rather neglect, because that's really what the shadow is about. It's not jealous, it's angry because it's been neglected. So it's like you have raised your shadow, ascended your shadow into a protector of you and your inner mystery, right? And your inner walk and your thoughts, your ideas, your intellectual and spiritual property. We got the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Pentacles is giving me, because this is all, I feel like this reading is about the, like, inside of you, like inside your inner world. That's what it's coming out heavily. And the Ten of Pentacles is giving me your little compound, right? Like you're building your fortress. It's unshakable. Your self-identity has, to use Carl Jung's term, actualized. Like you're doing it. You're not just thinking about doing stuff. You're not just journaling. You take actions, right? And this is really coming through. Like Spirit just wants to kind of like just like kudos, like you're doing it. You're doing the work. And I feel like this is about to lead to something very special for you, something meaningful. Ooh, look, the King of Swords and the Eight of Swords. This is you. You become a master of the mind. You become a master of your own stream of consciousness. You control it. It doesn't control you. And it's funny because if you know anything about the inner monologue, right? The best way to describe this is like some people's trains can go off track to the point where they're flying. A train shouldn't fly. or it's swimming. A train should not swim. And people can get lost in that. They can get lost in the current of themselves, and it makes them turn away from that self discovery. The King of Swords is the one who faces that stuff that makes you feel small when you're trying to deal with it, right? It feels like a bigger problem. But the Eight of Swords is here to let you know that, like, no, don't be discouraged, right? You have the answer. You have the sword in your hand. You can cut yourself free easily, you know? So you went in there like a warrior, you know? But the funny thing is, you didn't slay the shadow, you slayed the thing that bound your understanding of you. And that is how you win the love of your shadow, right? It's almost like you're the shadow's knight in shining armor, and this is why it's coming through. Like you have an expertise in this. I mean, it's like it's a transcendence of ego, of mind, um, and an expansion of it as well. If y'all are enjoying this reading so far, don't be afraid to hit that like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification. It helps. If you would like a personal reading, all of my links are in the description below. And remember, I only use YouTube and TikTok. I only have one account. The @ is Black Moon Transit on both YouTube and TikTok. No numbers, no nothing, no WhatsApp, no Instagram, no Facebook. You already know. But yeah. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. This is giving me that closed system. It can also be talking about juggling, but what this is giving me is a harmony between the poles, right? So through the shadow work, you've not become neutral, but you become synergistic. Like you don't have opposing parts of your mind, psyche, spiritual body at war or at odds. There is a resonance between your inner world and the outer world at this time. And I think that's where this reading is going into. And this is like a shift to where like this is going to start manifesting. I feel like it already has, right, in your life. It manifests through so many different things, but I feel like you're going to start seeing some big ones. Bucket list items here. That's what I'm getting. And like, look, I feel like the Ten of Cups backs this up. We have 10, 10. You got the good tens. You had the good tens because you already dealt with the bad tens, right? The 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. You know, you dealt with your mind and dealt with your actions, right? You come to a complete understanding and acceptance to why you're where you're at, and that is the moment where you can rise, you know? It's giving me, oh, I was listening to Rich Girl by Gwen Stefani, and she's like, now we got the style that's wicked. I hope you can all keep up. We rise from the bottom. Something like, you know what I mean? It's from the bottom to the top. Ignore me, please. Ignore me. But yeah, like you're cutting through confusion of what you want. Right? Okay, back to know thyself. Know thyself. If you don't know yourself, you're here. You don't know which option is for you. You think you do, but you choose the wrong one, and it leads you to a tower moment, right? But you have probably had to go through this, but you learn from your mistakes. You know, you do. You do. This proves this, right? Because you have to come from somewhere. Let's be honest. If you're on Earth, you're not perfect. You never will be. You don't have to be. But what you do have to be, or what you do have to do, is grow. You have to not remain complacent or stagnant, you know? And I feel like you do have a duty to know yourself. You owe it to yourself, right? Why are you here? You're here for a reason. If you just want to mill around, then what's the point? I feel like doing yourself the honor of discovering what makes you tick so that you can be the best version of yourself is something that you should always strive for. And, you know, it's very apparent in this collective that though you've had some tough experiences, Spirit led you down them for a reason, because you have the mind and the resolve to gain the lesson and the gold and the silver lining from it where other people wouldn't be able to see it. You know, like Spirit knows that you'll always pick out the piece of gold they're giving you from the lesson, and then you rise every single time like you're ascending stairs, right? And now it's getting to the point where, you know, in school, those people would go up 2 stairs at once. Like, that's what you're doing, right? And soon you might be on an escalator, then you might be on an elevator, and then you're going to be in a private jet. So it's only up from here. And I feel like that's what y'all need to know.